Hi there, welcome back to another Great Academy lecture on financial maths. So today we're going to be having a look at how to convert interest rates. So to do this, we are going to use the compound interest formula that we've already talked about. And what do I mean by converting interest rates? Well, we've already had a little chat about APR and AER. So these are interest rates that are compounded yearly, okay? Because these A's represent the word annual, so they are compounded yearly. Well, what happens if we were asked to convert our APR or our AER into an interest rate that's compounded monthly or weekly? So that is something that we have to be able to do. And we also have to be able to go from an interest rate that is compounded monthly into a interest rate that's compounded yearly. And you could also say the same for weekly as well. So we're going to have a look at this 2015 paper 1 question 6 question. So Donica is arranging a loan and is examining two different repayment options. Bank A will charge him a monthly interest rate of 0.35%. So monthly interest rate of 0.35%. Find correct to three significant figures. So I'm going to highlight that. Anything to do with the answer, I'm just going to highlight. The annual percentage rate, so APR, that is equivalent to a monthly interest rate of 0.35. So we have to change this monthly interest rate into a yearly interest rate, okay? So we are going to use the F is equal to P times 1 plus I to the power T formula. So we are going to assume, to work out any of these questions where we're converting interest rates, right? Just to make it as easy on ourselves as we can, we're going to invest €1 for 1 year, okay? So that's just we're just picking easy numbers for ourselves to try and make this as easy as possible. So if we invest €1, so that's going to go in here. So we're investing €1 and the interest rate is 0.35%. So that's going to be 0.0035. And we're investing it for 1 year. So because this is in monthly interest rate, we have to, we also have to put our T in months. So that is going to be 12 because we're investing 1 year for 1 year. And we can type that into our calculator and see what we get. And we get F is equal to 1.0428180007. Okay, so we need to now use that F figure to try and figure out what our APR is going to be. So I'm just going to, I'll just write it here. So we now know that 1.0428180007 is equal to, so we're investing €1 for 1 year. So this time we're going to leave our I blank because that's going to be our yearly interest rate. And we're investing it for 1 year. So if I is a yearly interest rate, we can just put 1 as our time because that would be in years. And now all we have to do is isolate our I. So anything to the power of I is just itself. Anything to the power of 1 is just itself. Anything multiplied by 1 is just itself. So literally this is just equal to 1 plus I. And we can just minus 1 from both sides. And multiply by 100 if you would like to get it as a percentage. And we get 4.28180072%. And let's just go back up here. It's asked it for three significant figures. So what that means is 3 non-zero figures. So here's our first non-zero figure, here's our second, here's our third. So it's going to be 4.28%. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. So next we're just going to have a quick look at part 2. So Bank B would charge them a rate that is equivalent to an APR of 4.5%. Find correct to 3 significant figures the monthly interest rate that is equivalent to 4.5%. So we need to do the exact same thing, except this time we're starting off with our APR, but that doesn't really make any difference. So again, we're investing €1 for 1 year. So we are going to use our F is equal to P times 1 plus I through our T formula. So our F, right, we're going to try and work that out first of all. So we're investing €1 for 1 year, right? So our interest rate is 0.045 and we're investing it for 1 year. So when we type all that into our calculator, our F is going to equal to 1.045. So that is our future value after 1 year. So how are we going to work out what our monthly interest rate is? Correct to 3 significant figures. So I'm just going to highlight that for us here. So 3 significant figures, just so we don't forget. Well, this is our F value. And that's going to equal to 1 times 1 plus I. So this time we're going to leave our I missing because we're going to leave it as our monthly interest rate. And if that's our monthly interest rate, then this has to be in months as well, our T. So we're going to put it as 12. So, okay. Right, so we have multiplied by 1. That's just going to be the same. So what we can do is we can get the 12th root of both sides to try and cancel off that power of 12. Okay, so we're going to get the 12th root of both sides. And when we throw that in our calculator, we get So when we throw that in our calculator, we get 1.003674809 is equal to 1 plus I, and then we can just minus 1 from both sides and multiply by 100 to get it as a percentage, and we end up getting I is equal to 0.3674894%. And again, correct the 3 significant figures. So again, 3 non-zero figures. So here's one figure, but it's a 0, so we don't count that. So we're going to have 1, 2, and 3. And obviously I don't have to round up to 7 because it is a 4 after. Okay, so that would be our interest rate to 3 significant figures. So thank you so much for watching this great economy lecture. Until next time, happy learning.